What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're gonna be testing. Testing. Testing again. Alrighty, we're gonna be working on the landing page today. Hey, baby, let's go ahead and get started. go ahead and npm run dev. Actually, what I'm gonna do is copy this, paste it. And then I'm also going to open up a new PowerShell. We're gonna rename this to next dev, and then we're gonna go ahead and npx. I think it's start slice machine. Yep.
You are done making boring websites. Today, you are making a site that is gorgeous like this.
And I'm actually gonna rename this to slice, and then I'm just gonna open up another PowerShell. Right, so those two dev servers are running. Right, so what do we start with? I guess we start from the top of the page on the all right, well, first I'm gonna go ahead and commit do my first commit, right? And we're gonna do sure Sorry guys, give me a sec. All right. All right. We're back. We're back. We're back. I know I'm typing really slow. I'm just trying to learn touch typing, and I don't want to end up going back to my old ways. So I just make sure to practice it. When I'm not doing my little typing lessons. This is what I think AI should be used for. stuff like this, right? Just generating commit messages. Sigma.
Are those skeuomorphic buttons making...
So we're gonna create first. We're gonna create this. What would you call that? So we have an icon. Mhm. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. And I have that be on the front end. So I guess what I would need is just like rich text. It's going to be a paragraph element. It's going to be oh, next. Got the email. Also going to be a paragraph. I guess I'll just call this center text. Just copy this. It's going to be the placeholder text. This is going to be a paragraph element. We're going to turn these off. Jeez, this music is getting loud. I'm going to turn it down a little bit, maybe like 35. Dang. call this? Maybe utility bar. I guess I could just call it a landing page. And then we'll create another one and call it just call this utility bar CTA. Or I'm still pissed that she did that. Like, why is this not inside of like a rectangle? And it should all be together. This is inside of a frame? Like, why is this inside of a frame? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just a bit odd to me.
You are done making boring websites. Today, you are making a site that is gorgeous. So let's not take any more time. Let's head to Prismic to get logged in our own hack. So we're gonna go ahead and select back in our source folder. We want to go ahead and right click and create a new folder called components. Told you we would build that. And in components, going to create a new file. This one's going to be called header.tsx because we are using TypeScript. Now in here, as I said, we are going to be using that snippets package. So type rfc and hit tab, and it just like that creates a nice little component for us. It doesn't do a ton for us, but it is nice not to have to worry about that. You can go ahead and remove the import from React because Next.js doesn't need that. It takes care of that for us. So it doesn't save us a ton of time, but at the same time, I just really like doing RFC rather than having to type this out. So go ahead and save that. And then we also want to create another one that's just called footer. And do the same thing, RFC for React functional component. There's lots of different ones that you can check out. The snippets has a whole bunch of them. It depends on what kind of function you want to create. I like RFC, that's what we're going to be using, or remove React. And there we go. So we have our header and our footer. We can go ahead and import them right here. So inside the body above children, I'm going to go ahead and start typing header. And you can see it starts to recognize, you have a header at components header. If I click that or hit enter, it will import it just like that. I want to close header. And right here under children, we're also going to put our footer. In the same way, we can go ahead and import it from components. Make sure you close it. And we are set there. And around children, I want to wrap that in a main element. So it's nice and semantic. And there we go. So you should have header, main, children, and footer. Let's check out There we go. We have header, hello world, footer, and we're seeing header come in because those components automatically just return a div with the name of the component. That's the nice little thing about RFC. It's built out for us. So we see that our header and our footer get added to our page just like that because it's in layout. Now, one last thing we're going to do before we actually build out our header and footer is we're going to grab the logo that we will be using on the site. So this little logo is going to be inside the documentation. And I even have the comment here that shows you exactly where we want to put it and what we want to name it. So if you got TSX and paste that in, this is imported from logo, and we say word mark or add to that, and that same thing to our if you or commandments. Just like that. Okay, we're going to have a dark background, so go ahead, hyphen one. This is one of the zero the back hyphen boom. Those logo. We need to get our settings data into our footer, and the cool thing is that with Next.js app router, you can make calls from pretty much any component, and it's not going to hurt the performance of your app. Where before it was best practice to do fetching at the page level and then pass that down to components. Now you want to do fetching as close to where you're going to use it as possible. And for us here, that's going to be in our footer. We'll be fetching the settings data from both our header and our footer. Just give say const, and we want that just like that. Check out where that gets set up for us automatically. That handles things like our routing, as well as fetching our data and previews and other things like that. Really handy file that does a lot for just a few lines of code. So this is the create client that we are importing. It knows our repository, so it knows where to fetch from, and it handles things like caching for us with Next.js, as well as dumping that cache when we need to. When we change the routing setup, we will come back here to this config and change that, but right now this works just fine. So back in our footer with that client instantiated, we can now fetch our data. So we're going to create a new line and say const settings equal to await client get single settings, just like that. And then it says, oh, you can't say await because we're not inside an async function. And that is true, but luckily it's really easy to make this an async function just in between function play to that for creates that new like that. Settings data, and you see that as we type, it knows what we have here because this settings object is actually typed for us automatically by Slice Machine as well as by the Prismic client. So this is all handled for us. So you can type and you know that there is going to be something there. So navigation, we see it right there. These are the different things that we created. That site title, navigation, meta description, fallback, OG image. We want the navigation, and then that is going to be an array, and it should tell us that. Oh, it's yelling at us because yeah, we're not doing anything with it yet. But if we go map, we're able to actually then iterate over it. So we're gonna create an arrow function inside here. I'm gonna say item, and then create that arrow, and I want an implicit return, so use parentheses there. All right, and inside we're gonna create a list item just like that. And we need a key here. So we're gonna say key is equal to item.label. If you're familiar with React, you know that anytime you iterate over something like this, you need a unique key. So that's what we're going to be using. We can using a key just like that, and we can be sure that we want to use features and get started just like that. We have our doing the next link. This is specifically for. All right, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. We are going to build out our first proper slice. We are starting off with this beautiful big hero section. So we're going to go into our Slice Machine UI, go ahead into slices, and we are going to create our new slice. Go ahead and call this hero, hit enter, and it should build that slice for us. Great, it says save successfully, and we can check out our project to see exactly what that did. We now have a hero slice. It generated some template boilerplate component code for us, as well as pretty much empty mock file because we don't have any fields yet, and the model, which is also pretty empty because we don't have any fields just yet. But as we continue to build this out and add some fields, that will update for us. So we're going to start off in the non-repeatable zone. All of these fields that we are creating here, we only want them to appear once on our slice. So in the non-repeatable zone, go ahead and add a new field, and we're going to add a rich text field. We're going to call this heading. just like that, and click add, and then click the little edit button, and we're gonna say unselect all, and we're only gonna want this to be an H1. We can uncheck allow multiple paragraphs, and we are done there. Then we want to create the little body paragraph right here. So we're going to go another rich text field. This one's called body. And we're going to go ahead and edit and unselect all. And we want this just to be paragraph. You can also allow for italic or bold, but for us, we're just going to say we want it to be normal text. And we're going to click done. For add a new field, we're going to then create a button link and a label for our button. So go ahead and choose a link. Let's call this button link. Hit enter and then add a new field. We'll call this we're going to go for a key text. This is our button label. And the key difference between a key text and a rich text is going to be both in what you can enter and what you can get back. A button label, you can only ever enter just regular characters and just returns you a string, where rich text you have a lot more options. So for something like a button label where I only ever want a string, I go for a key text. Something like a heading, it's going to look a lot better in the Prismic UI if we use this, and I'll show you that in just a moment. And last but not least, we have the button link, button label, and we need our image. So go ahead and add a new image field. So call this image, and we are good to go. We can review our changes. We don't have a screenshot, but actually we do. So if you go ahead and open up this folder from the assets that you have, so under assets, go ahead and download these two images, taking pictures of each of these slices on the final page. You can also take them from Figma, up to you, but we're going to grab this hero and drag it in. So under changes, we can say,
I just want to see if I have some like ability to customize it. Like,
and there we go. So
I don't want to have to build it in the slice machine. I want to build it with CSS, SCSS. I just want to replace the text.
So I can go ahead and say push changes, and that will then push both the screenshot and the model up to Prismic. Now, we might expect that we could go back to the home page and add that slice, but we are not going to be able to, and I'm going to tell you why. See how it only has just this rich text slice that we launched with? That's because we get to specifically say whether or not a slice can be used on a certain page type. So you can have several page types, and we're going to have another page type for our case studies, but we won't have all of our slices available on that case study page type. So we get to add slice, we're going to select existing, and we want to activate that hero for our page type. So say add, and then we're going to review our changes and just push those changes. Now, without even refreshing, we should, yep, there it is. We should see that we have access to this hero. I recommend you going to the final site and copying and pasting in that text. It's going to be the easiest way for you to get it. I could put it in a doc or something, but this way it's all in context. The button link will be download now. We're going to just keep linking to that same feature page for the rest of this course. And I'm going to say download now. And the image, upload media. All right, we're going to select all of these images just like that and click open. And there we go. We are now uploading all of the images. We have our OG image. We have some things for our case studies. And I'm going to select the hero image just like that. You got a whole bunch of stuff in here now that we can just work off of for the rest of the course. And that should work well. Hero image, go ahead and we can add some alternative text here. So this, we can say the dashboard of glisten.ai. And now this will get added to any place that we use this image as the alt text. We're only going to use it here on the hero, but it's nice that we can kind of centralize that. And we can go ahead and hit save, and we can publish. Now, we're not seeing it over here in the hero section because the component right now still looks the way that you kind of expect it to look, in the sense that it only has, let's find it, it only has this placeholder component for hero variation, slice variation. So in Slice Machine, we have a great feature where when we build this slice out, as we're building this hero out, we actually can simulate it locally. So if we didn't put in that data that we just did, we can actually build it before any of that text gets put in, because Slice Machine creates this dummy content for you, this mock content, and it's really, really handy. Now, we can see that there's just this text here, and it's coming out white because that's what our styles say to come out, but it's not picking up the dark background, so we need to make that happen. So in our Slice Simulator folder right here, so app Slice Simulator, go to the page, and this is where Slice Simulator lives. This is where we're able to edit this simulation of our slices. This is also what gets used in the CMS. So we really want to change the background color. So if we type background and we just say 000 like that, that should, I think, yeah, change it to black. So that's looking good, but we're not actually using black. So go ahead and grab this. I just wanted to make sure that that was working, and go ahead and we just need the color. So I'm actually going to edit out the rest. So just type background and then hash 070815. That's the proper background color, and that's looking a lot better, and it'll also update over here, so looks good. So now we want to render this content onto our slice, and the quickest way to do that is by grabbing the code snippets that Slice Machine gives us. So go ahead and hit this little toggle here in the hero slice, and we see that we get Prismic Rich Text, next link, and it shows us exactly the location of all of this data. So I'm going to copy the heading to start with, go ahead into the hero, back to the hero, and we're going to get rid of this placeholder content. We can keep the section part for now, and go ahead and paste that. As you know, Control or Command period, update that import from Prismic React, just like that. And if we hit save, we should see aught. Not a lot going on there, but at least we see that our data is getting piped through. Go ahead and do it for the rest. So grab that body, paste that in. We're gonna grab the button link, and we're gonna paste that in, just like that. It's another one we need to import, period, and enter. And then here in the middle, we see link. We're actually going to place what this one gives us. I want to copy this out so that we don't get the React fragment in there. And I'm going to paste slice primary button label right in between. So that is our Prismic next link. And we can actually convert this real quick. We're actually not going to use next link in this. We're going to use our button link, just like that. And then that's going to swap out nicely. We can actually remove this. I kind of forgot. And then last but not least, we have this image. And so copy that, and we're going to need to import that as well. All right, save that, and let's take a look at our simulator, see how that's looking. And there we go. So we see a lot of mock content because this is all coming from right here. This isn't what we entered into the CMS. I'm just showing you how Slice Simulator allows us to kind of build out quickly, and it gives us an image. We don't have to worry about all that stuff. But and we have our little button there that's working just great. But we can hop over to our homepage, and we see, woof, it is kind of messy because we don't have any styles on this. We don't have any like containers or anything like that. We can slap a quick container on the section. So you go class name, just container. That'll at least give us some kind of bounding box. But we see that we have our, let's inspect, we have our H1 coming through for hello world. We should have more in that section. Sorry, that's our rich text slice that we can get rid of now. Let's go ahead and get rid of this rich text default. Go ahead right here and click delete. And there we go. There's our hero showing up. Hit save and publish to remove that rich text slice. We're going to reuse that rich text slice in a different way later on. If you refresh your homepage, there we go. So if you inspect, we have H1 designs that shine with dynamic intelligence. We have our paragraph, we have our link, and we have our image with the alt text coming in automatically along with lazy loading and all of the other things handled for us thanks to Prismic Next Image. All right, so now that we're passing all of our data in here, the next thing to do is to style this component. it is not looking so great right now. What we want to first do is grab a couple of the components from our Notion doc. First, let's grab Star Grid. This is the fancy little grid in the background here that eventually will have that little wave pattern, but right now it's just going to be what it sounds like, a grid of stars. So go ahead and copy that. We are going to put that right in our components folder. So create a new file called stargrid.tsx and paste that in there. If you ever wonder where it should go, I've put that at the top for most of these components, and go ahead and save that. Like before, this is in SVG. The only difference here is that we're using actually a little bit of JavaScript to create the grid. You can see that it's only about 44 lines of code. That's because it is using the same icon over and over and over again, and just we're just using that use feature of SVG. It also has a little bit of tailwind in there just to make it absolute, to move it up and to put it in the background behind anything else. We're also going to grab this bounded component, and I will talk about it. It's not too interesting, and it just takes a little bit of time to type out. So go ahead and create a new component called bounded.tsx, just like that. And we are pasting in this one right here. So we can talk about this briefly. We have a couple of props that this component bounded receives, and we're going to be using this component in place of the section to wrap around each of our slices. So if we put bounded here and import it from @components_bounded, we can see what it does, and then we can talk about what it's actually like, what each of the, oh, it doesn't like that. Let's see. I kept that container class on. Make sure you get rid of the container class, and then you should be set. Now it should be centered. Perfect. There we go. Glad we figured that out, because that is not what we wanted. I'm also going to turn off. There we go. Had a little flex thing there. So now it is centering our content, and that's exactly what we want. And as it scales down, it'll give us a little bit of padding. It's a nice component that we're going to wrap every single one of our slices in to get a nice centered layout. All right, so now we want to add that star grid inside here. So we're going to actually create a new div. I'm just going to put period relative and then hit tab, and it'll create a div with class name relative. Wrap everything inside that relative div, and we're creating that because the star grid is absolute, and we want it to kind of bind to that, or be contained by this div. So star grid, just like that. And if we save, we should see, ta-da, we have our star grid in the background there. So that works great. Next, we want to actually check before we go ahead and start to render out things around our heading, our body, our button, all those things. We have a great way of checking with Prismic to see, hey, did anyone even fill this field out? Because every field in Prismic is optional, giving content teams full flexibility there. So on our end, it's our responsibility as the developers to check, is this even filled in? So we're going to use curly braces and start typing is filled, and we'll see, it's saying, do you want to import this from Prismic client? And I say, yes, I do. And I say isFilled.rich text, and we're going to pass this, it's a function, we're going to pass this the slice primary heading, like that. And we're going to say, if that's true, because this is going to return a Boolean, it's just is filled, right? And so if that's filled in with anything, then we are going to parentheses return.
Sorry, I know I'm watching this video.
Prismic rich text. So that's how we check.
Just want to make sure I understand everything.
That, something's actually there, and especially the reason we are checking for that is we want to make sure that what we're about to render doesn't render as just an empty H1, because we want to style the H1 and
create a function .scss. I guess it'll be supposed to press that with my pinky. Dang, that's a hard angle. Fun. Jeez. SCSS. Guess what I'll do? I'll kind of keep these. I'll remove this. Now change the, I'm guessing I'm importing this into my layout. Yeah. Still gonna rename this to SCSS. And I'm gonna remove this. And then we just have to go look at our text styles. Like, what different sizes do we have? We got 24 pixels here, 16. We got 54, 18, 34.
In life, whenever you feel down, just keep believing God, because when you get support from Him, there's nothing that can stop you. Life is so simple, we made it complicated.
The hell is this?
You should believe it.
Yeah, there's too many different font sizes. I'm gonna choose 3. Right. So I'm gonna choose an extra small, a medium, and then a large. Or I guess 4. So extra small, small, medium, and then large. Right. Use large for my big headings up here. Use medium for my let me see, how did he do this? Git. Delete that. CD // right, CD / again, CD practice projects, and then serve, What's it called? Bento grid. Yep. I just want to see how he did this. Style.css right here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and create this utility bar. I'm going to come in here, create a component, and then we're going to create a new one. Call it utility bar, and we're going to utility bar dot tsx, and then we're also going to create a utility bar dot module dot scss. All right, we got REFCE, got our utility bar. This is just going to be a div. I'm going to come in here, come into my page. I kind of want to see how he uses the slice. Is it in this page?
And I don't want to send this if there's nothing here. Now, right now, Prismic rich text is going to render out its own H1. So if I were to save this, it would be H1 and then H1 inside. So to just get back a string, I'm going to say Prismic text, and it's a different.
Oh, some rice. BRB boys. I got you. I'm coming.
component. We take the rich part out of it, and suddenly we are just going to get some text. So if I save that and go inspect, we should see that it's an H1 with just a string inside, and that's exactly what we want, because I want to toss some Tailwind classes on this H1. So go ahead and say class name, and we're going to say text balance. It's a great little CSS trick that I can show you in a sec. It only works in Chrome, but it really makes a difference. Text center, text 5XL. It's going to be on mobile devices. Font medium. Opacity. Oh no, we don't need opacity yet. We'll get into that for animations later. MD text 7XL. So just like that, and we should see nice. It's looking great. And then if we shrink our screen to be smaller, it's going to shrink down a little bit. So that's what we are looking for. Now, if I remove this text, what we are looking for. Now, if it's going to shrink down a little bit. So that's what we are looking for. Now, if I remove this text, So this should shoot in, and it says app, or it has a minimal. Now repository name, this is just AI. There's these two the same because that's a so it says launch machine. Run this command to download a terminal. Different. Go ahead and run. But what exactly is it doing? So that is creating the Next.js starter Prismic minimal TypeScript. Next initialize it says no. And listen npm next dev, which is the Next.js server, as well as Slice Machine, which is the developer tool for Prismic that we're going to be using a whole bunch to create our slices. Those, the hero component, the bento box component, the call to action component. Slice Machine is going to be the tool that we use locally to build those components out. So we can see here we have two servers up and running. We have localhost 3000 and localhost 9999. Yeah. So I'm going to control click on localhost 3000, and that should open it up in Chrome browser here. It doesn't matter if you're using Chrome or not. You should get something like this. So it should say welcome to your new website, and it's just a simple one slice on this site. Listen AI here, and you should have a page. You shouldn't have any custom types yet. We will create one, and you should have just one slice. It's this rich text slice here. So we just want to confirm that everything is running, that we have our local host and our slices. I'm going to drag this over here because these are the two things I'm going to be using the most. So now that we know that our project is up and running, let's actually take a look at what was installed. Here we have our dependencies. We've installed Prismic Client, Prismic Next, Prismic React, as well as Slice Machine Adapter Next and Slice Machine UI. These are the Prismic packages that we will be using both to locally develop and as well as to fetch our data and to do things like Prismic preview so that your content team can see things before they're published, and also to do things like render rich text and images and things like that. These are types that are for TypeScript. We have, of course, Next.js, React, and React DOM, and yes, there is TypeScript. We are using the source folder with Next.js. So here we have our app folder. Like I said, we are using the app router. So we have everything inside our app folder. And then here is the slices folder outside the app folder. And this is where those slices like hero are going to be put. So right now we just have that rich text slice. As we build each one out, this will fill up and we'll put lots of our stuff in here. Then inside app, we have both a layout and a page file. So the layout is going to wrap around every page that is inside this folder. So this is going to be where we put our header and our footer. This is also where the Prismic preview goes. And everything else goes in this nice little middle sandwich here. And then here is our page. That's going to be kind of the default home page. And as you can see, it is fetching the page that is home, and it is querying that data from Prismic so that nothing is hard coded, and it is all coming in from our CMS. And all of this is already set up for us. The slice zone is a very important component that we will get into a bit more, but basically this renders out the slices that we have in our project. Like here on the Prismic homepage that I showed you earlier, these slices get sent to that slice zone, and the slice zone is what is in charge of rendering those out. Basically gets this array of slices and matches each slice with the proper component, and you don't have to handle anything. This is all handled for you. Here under UID, we have page.tsx, and this is very similar to the page that we saw here, except this allows your content team or anyone using the CMS to create a brand new page without having to have a developer come in and create more files. This page takes in any UID coming from Prismic and basically renders out that content, once again, using a slice zone. So Prismic is very versatile in that you can create pages within Prismic without adding any more code. So once again, your content team can just build and build and build and never need to bother you. You get to work on a lot more fun stuff. All right, so I'm going to close out of this. That was the finished version of the CMS. I'm going to come to the brand new project that we have within Prismic. So I launched my starter. I did run that. and I ran my project. So my project is up and running. That's done. Edit a page. Now I haven't done that. Should be able to refresh this page. And yep, here we go. Another page and home page. I'm going to close out of this quick start guide and it'll be right there for us. But don't worry, I am your quick start guide. You don't need that. So we have home page and we can see that, yep, we will set up the visual editing experience very soon. It is one of the best parts and I already showed you a little bit of that. But as you can see, welcome to your new website. That is right here. Welcome to your new website. Welcome to your new website. And the brand new project that we have within Prismic. So I launched my starter. I did run that and I ran my project. So my project is up and running. That's done. Edit a page. Now I haven't done that. Should be able to refresh this page. And yep, here we go. Another page and home page. I'm going to close out of this quick start guide and it'll be right there for us. But don't worry, I am your quick start guide. You don't need that. So we have home page and we can see that, yep, we will set up the visual editing experience very soon. It is one of the best parts and I already showed you a little bit of that. But as you can see, welcome to your new website. That is right here. Welcome to your new website. Let's remove this and say, hey, it's me. Say, hey, it's Alex. And publish. I just hit save and publish. And then in the home page, if I hit refresh, there we go. Hey, it's Alex. So we can see that we are already wired up to a CMS. We didn't have to do any fetching, any looking at the data. I didn't have to figure out what this object looks like. Just like that, we are already wired up with a very simple slice. Yeah, but at the same time, remove this and say, hey, it's me. I'll say, hey, it's Alex. And publish. I just hit save and publish. And then in the home page, if I hit refresh, there we go. Hey, it's Alex. So we can see that we are already wired up to a CMS. We didn't have to do any fetching, any looking at the data. I didn't have to figure out what this object looks like. Just like that, we are already wired up with a very simple slice. Yeah, but at the same time, it is something that we had to do. List if week is post 3000. Oh, it added slicing and I'm out. To go to simple slice. Yeah, but at the same time, it is something that we had to do just about zero work to wire up, and we can put all kinds of stuff in here. I can go ahead and use a heading 1. Hello. And I can do a bulleted list or whatever you want here. It's very similar to the way that Notion is if you're familiar. So I just wanted to kind of show you that, yeah, we are wired up. Hello world. And hit save, publish, all set there. Now, live editing here is really best when you have your site deployed, but we can go ahead and kind of hack into that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my localhost 3000 and I'm going to come here. I'm going to say get the live preview. Yep, there we go. So add your URL to set up live editing. So it says your website url.com/slice simulator. I'm pasting in localhost 3000. Oh, it added slice simulator for me. Perfect. And so I'm going to hit save. Yours should look like that. No S here later for URL. I'm now have your site deployed. Hello. But just like that, we are already wired up with a very simple. slice right here. Prismic is very versatile in that you can create pages within Prismic without adding in that you can use ID coming from Prismic and basically renders out that content once again using a slice zone. So Prismic is very versatile in that you can create pages within Prismic without adding any more code. So once again, your content team can just build and build and build and never need to bother you. You get to work on a lot more fun stuff. All right, so I'm going to close out of this. That was the finished version of the CMS. I'm going to come to the brand new project that we have within Prismic. So I launched my starter. I did run that. And I ran my project, so my project is up and running. That's done. Edit a page. Now, I haven't done that. Should be able to refresh this page. Did be create coming from here, except this allows your content team this like here for us in from our CMS, and all of this is already set up for us. The slice zone is a very important component that we will get into a bit more, but basically this renders out the slices that we have in our project. Like here on the Prism, this renders out important RCM. So in which where is going to wrap around every page that is inside this folder. So this is going to be where we put our header and our footer. This is also where the Prismic preview goes, and everything else goes in this nice little middle sandwich here. And then here is our page. That's going to be kind of the default home page. And as you can see, it is fetching the page that is home, and it is querying that data from Prismic so that nothing is hard coded, and it is all coming in from our CMS, and all of this is already set up for us. The slice zone is a very important component that we will get into a bit more, but basically this renders out
Why does this keep doing this, bro? I'm gonna watch some YouTube and eat, and then we'll get back to it. Watch some Siege.
If you cheat, okay, there's one other thing, but if he cheats on the qualifier that we played, that's another point.
All right, you see this cheat, this file name here? We're gonna cross-reference and check the last one.
Yeah, KHPO.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, just like bombshell. Bombshell. Literally, so yeah, like it's an EU date, but yes, it's insane. It's literally the day after. He downloaded it a day before quals and ran it on the quals and then deleted it after, and he thought he was gonna get away with it.
Can you show the website from them?
Yeah.
Also?
Yeah. So here, I'll right-click here, copy webpage URLs. Think about this website, it might hit enter, it brings up the website here. It says private loader system. This is the download. Obviously, they have a port ID. If this actually works, it will be able to download the cheat here.
Do you know what kind of cheat is that?
If he still has an active key, I can actually run this and see if it still works. That's up to you guys.
But you right now.
This is pretty much like a hard drive. The cheat loader open. Problem is, I can't inject without him typing in his serial key on his own.
I have no serial key actually, by the way.
Yeah, this would require me to get this serial key without him giving it to me. This would require me to check his emails for that key. Which I don't.
Kannst du? Hast du? I need to take one cool step with
We're gonna
the
start
team.
off. FaZe. FaZe is a very good powerhouse. I'm gonna put them in the top 4, immediately up there. I think, yeah, there's a very solid team. They always do good, very consistent placings in tournaments, majors, invite, whatever. After that, I think, ooh, this is hard. But yeah, let's just make it obvious here. I think D+ is getting hooked. There you go. They're out of the conversation. I still don't know what this.
I'm too locked right now.
As an owner of Walton Goggins goggle glasses, I know how to make slick-looking goggle/glasses.
Yo, listen.
Aiden, what mic are you on?
It's giving me
What
radiation
headset
brain.
is that?
I got a headset on my head right now, and it's giving me a radiation.
Aiden,
And I got a
what
new rag on.
are you
I got double radiation on right now. Double radiation. I'm taking rads right now. I'm like in launch side right now. I'm taking rads.
I gotta turn him down.
Literally taking damage right now.
It is very loud.
But the damage is giving me wall hack.
There you go.
I had to turn you guys down. Holy shit.
I fought king.
Turn me up!
No,
Turn him up, turn him up, turn him up. Turn him up.
Turn me up!
Hey.
Oh my god.
Yo, good round last round. Pineapple.
They're running traps.
Thanks, dude.
This would be really embarrassing if y'all lost. Because y'all are like pro.
Wait, did you beat Jinky?
Oh, they definitely mudded us, bro.
They're locked.
Oh my gosh, no way. No way.
One should be trophy, I think. Pause is clear. Master clear. Trophy clear. One's playing Bolo spot.
They have a Finyo.
The Legion. Legion's like both
Let's
close
top
to
Got him!
Wall bang! He's on kids well window. They have a drone inside. They have a drone inside.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Run out. Close games.
Ooh, I
Nice.
typed in chat. I planted, and then I got off it because I accidentally typed in chat.
Good round, guys. Good round, guys.
This is the way we run them down, Aiden. We're literally running them down.
Yeah.
We're literally
Can
running
you
them
tell
down.
me where your drone was?
I don't drone.
Uzi, I saw you get off the drone at kill kit.
Oh, that's actually a blatant lie. The radiation was telling me where you were. I get on the cams, but there's no cam.
What does that mean?
I got two radiation magnets on my head right now, That's why I don't wear headsets.
He got like a radar machine in his head.
That like gives you like a radiation poisoning when you put a headset on. That's why everybody has headsets suck.
Hey, can you sing me a song? Oh wait, actually,
You
go
want to do a
ahead.
princess strat? You want to do a princess strat?
Are you actually down?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh my god. Okay, let me load it up.
All right, let's do it.
Where are we going from?
Bottom right. Okay.
Alright, it's on. I was a girl in the village doing alright. And I became a princess overnight. Now I gotta figure out how to do it right. So much to learn and see. Up in the castle with my new family.
One down. Bottom.
All the enchanted world is waiting for me. I'm so excited to be Sophia Duff. I'm finding out what.
Yo, I thought I had ammo in my thingy maneuver. What is he doing, bro? I'm low-key tweaking right now with this headset on, bro. Pineapple.
Yes, guys, if you heard my end, I couldn't even hear you.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's okay.
Are we about to get 07'd?
Oh, of course. Oh, they put it in 7 rounds? Oh, of course they did. That's okay.
Good round, y'all. This radiation.
Yeah, good round.
This radiation's low-key doing me wonders right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yo, is there one person in the lobby?
Yeah, it's me.
I won't have eyes on kids. I won't have eyes on kids.
I sure hope not. Jesus Christ, I sure hope not. That's fucking weird.
Okay.
Wait, this dude actually makes me crazy, bro.
I think they're playing demos. They're joining site heavy.
Reloading.
Swing your armory, I think.
Oh my god, they're lit this shit ripping attic.
You still see 2. One's on the roof.
I think he might come in. Window.
Well, Maestros and kids. I don't know where the other one is.
The other one was wallbanging my trophy.
Nice shot. No, that's a nice shot. That's a nice shot from Skittles.
Close kids.
Tracker on the prowl. You can run.
You're gonna try and single me out.
Let me get on cams.
No. Nice Skittles! Oh my goodness!
Oh, I mean, you can't really do much about that right there, to be franky. There's a whole helicopter in front of you. It's all good.
I'm good.
That's my motherfucker. Go.
I'm keeping them muted the entire game. I don't even care. It's like radiation, bro. I can't fucking talk to them.
I'm gonna unmute the strat. Good round, guys.
Yo, can you go back to muting me, little boy?
Am I muted?
Yes,
Am I muted?
Yes, sir.
Yo, just mut that guy, bro. Just mut that guy. Deadass.
Am I muted?
Let me mute my own teammate, goddammit.
See, like whenever I verse anybody else, they always have one weakness. But Uzi loves shooting defaults. Uzi checks his corners. Aiden drones, like they're the perfect duo.
Don't think about it that way. I guarantee you they don't check every corner.
It's getting chilly in my room right now. Dude, it's getting chilly. Whew. Dude, I can feel the radiation I can feel the radiation poison taking over. Hope we did not walk past that can. That'd be awkward.
One was master. Might be trophy now. Standing.
Keluar pada sahur. Konon katanya kalau ada orang yang
Bakal attic.
He's in games now. Kids and kids.
Okay, heard.
Who is that?
That was Damos. That was Matic.
God damn it. Bunny was hit a little.
Ooh, he's scary. Dude, who is this, bro? Who is this? Stop that.
Sir Pineapple.
Sir Pineapple.
It's an apple.
Nobody where's going, okay?
Wait, I'm gonna go master. Back over, back over. He's probably master.
I thought I heard him run an attic, so I got scared. I hear him. Come on.
God damn it!
They're gonna peek this. Trust.
He's in sight.
Trust.
Am I muted?
Oh my gosh! It's.
Trust.
You have 2 drones up.
No, he's on the right side.
Oh, he's the fucking goat.
One's like trophy.
Bro,
Yeah, he's back inside, I
dude,
think.
Karan's so big, you can literally hear him. You can literally hear him stomping around no matter where.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
Let's go, Skittles!
What?
Oh.
Wait, what? Did my shot reg on your screen? I swear I shot him.
You shot, but it wasn't really.
Let's go, Fat Man! Let's go, Fat Man!
Yo, can you mute up? Can you mute up?
I'm almost 26 by the way. Almost 26 by the way.
Let's go, Fat Man!
2016, you just now got a GT3? Jesus Christ, not even RS, nor 992, not even a Y-Sock package, not even carbon ceramics? Oh my god. Are we serious?
Yo, Skittles, is there a reason why you're in kid's bedroom?
Hey, Aiden, me and you are like the cheerleaders right now.
Alright, Aiden, I need you to lock in, little brother.
I don't know if we're the same.
We're basically the same.
You wanna get on, you wanna get my cam?
Yeah. I'm in line.
5 seconds before insertion.
Oh my god.
Right now.
I didn't have my shot.
I can activate it.
Okay.
Oh, in the hall. Trophy now, trophy. Close trophy on the door.
What is he doing?
Oh, he's top master. Aubrey. He's having his little cheerleader drone him in.
Because he can't get any kills, huh?
I hear him like top white. You ready? The line call?
Yeah, you ready?
Hold up.
He's like.
He's kid's door. Hold up. I'm gonna get in the kitchen. Hold up. Shut my cam. Do you have a cam?
Games.
Okay. No, he's gonna be so pissed.
Shut my cam.
He's in attic. I'm gonna walk up white.
Yeah.
Get back on cam. Oh, can't. What?
Nice.
Good try. Bro, I have 0 kills. Yell at me.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. It's not even the thing. You're good.
Cheers.
Bree's secret to juggling work, a social life, and daily workouts? Hint, it's not more coffee. Motion isn't magic, it's just smarter than your average productivity tool. Before Motion, Bree was drowning in a sea of notifications, missed deadlines, and constant rescheduling. She had to admit that manually handling everything became impossible. Now, Motion's AI does the heavy lifting. It doesn't just schedule, it actually understands and strategically arranges her entire day. Client call running over, no need to stress. Motion will reshuffle her task around, keeping everything on track. And Bree didn't have to do anything, like at all. No more endless to-do lists and hours spent in her calendar. Motion knows Bree's priorities and creates days that work around her goals, not against them. It learns her work patterns, understands when she's most productive, and adapts tasks for maximum efficiency. All she had to do was drop her tasks in, and boom, productivity superpowers. It told her exactly what to do and when, giving her the perfect roadmap to finish everything on time. The numbers speak for themselves. Motion users are 137% more productive. For Bree, that means executing her vision instead of constantly planning it. No more feeling overwhelmed, no more missed deadlines, just pure focused productivity. Motion gives her something priceless: peace of mind and her time back. 10 hours saved weekly, less than a coffee a day. Start your 7-day free trial. Your future self is already cheering.
I went with Codecademy because I liked the way that it keeps track of everything that you're learning. Everything's laid out in a very intuitive way. All of the tools that you need, like the workspaces and the documentation, and the exercises are all in one place, so everything's really easy to find.
Nice try, Napple. It wasn't a nice try. That was the thing. I lied to him. I lied when I said that. My nose got a little bit bigger. All right.
Yo, Napo, let's lock in Napo.
But he's so locked in. I know he has got you mudded. They're so.
Yeah, I'm probably mudded. I'm probably
He's
mudded.
pulling a jinxie right now. They're pulling a jinxie, bro. They went this far to get walked down. It's all good, Aiden. Sometimes it's just how it be at the end of the day.
Okay, Jordan, say it.
Cut the grass. So let's see the snakes. What they be saying. I don't even know what they be saying.
What do they be saying?
I don't know, bro. Cut the
just be
grass.
saying.
They cut the grass to be seeing the snakes.
Your location has been compromised.
Got nothing to rush. Nothing to rush. I tagged Uzi. Uzi's one.
Dr. Stim.
Yeah, I can stim you.
Dr.
Hit
Stimmers.
you with the Siffy.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're going to stim each other right now. I know it.
Honestly, yeah, that's right.
Top of the line.
Put up in the camera. I'm being demo struck.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. I'm gonna chow him. Big window.
Alright, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get this done, baby. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and make this utility bar. Onto my utility bar, going to go look at the Figma design for it and see what we gotta do. See, what is the width of this? 1440? Guess what we're gonna do on layout. Why is it wanting to get rid of that? Guess we can just make our layout our child. Not our child, sorry. We can make the body element the page, and then we'll make the make the HTML just the container for the page. Okay, so I'm gonna go to global.css, say max width 100 view width. I'm gonna have that be overflow X hidden. We're gonna remove that. We're going to come in here and then say background. Set color, background. And we're just gonna set it to this RGB value right here, whatever this is. Right. And then in our utility, actually, our root, I guess what we can do is we'll say font size extra small, right? Font size extra small. And then on this element, we're going to make on the HTML element, actually going to make the font size, change that to 10 pixels. And in here, I'm gonna have this be 10 pixels. No, this is going to be 14 pixels. I feel like there's too many different. I'm gonna do. It's gonna be 1.4 rem. In here, we're actually where did that come from? How did that even get there? Take an image. Pass it at href. Oh no, source. It's going to be it's gonna be slash phone icon dot svg, and the alt tag will be phone icon. The width will be 14, and then the height will also be 14. Okay, so it takes a oh, that's why I don't even have it in there yet. So I gotta copy cut it. Ace of Spades. You're gonna go downloads, not downloads. Dev, projects, repository, Ace of Spades. I'm actually gonna pin this to the start. Pin this to quick access, right? Move this from quick access. Move from quick access. Remove from quick access. Remove from quick access. I don't know why it does all this automatically without asking it. Spades, a Spades app, not app. We're gonna go in our public folder. We're gonna paste it. And then I'm just gonna refresh. See what happens. It's on the screen. Let's see. Image, phone icon. And then it'll be have a P tag. And we're gonna call it. So we're actually gonna call this class name. Goes utility. Guess it'll be this. Styles. And then utility bar. Styles dot
Every time you
Why are these swapped? There we go. All right, guys, I might go ahead and call it. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and finish this utility bar first. Oh, that's why. These have to be on these, not on the paragraph. There we go. For the entire utility bar, I'm going to set the font size to R. Font size extra small. Medium and semi-bold. What is medium? 500. So medium is 500. Semi-bold is 600. Okay. So this is going to be 600, and then do font weight. Do 500. Then I'll set the, what is the font size? This 14 and then semi-bold. So I want to set these to semi-bold. I don't know why they're different though. I also need this icon right here. Cut it, nice braids. Public, paste it. Go. And then in here, I might just get rid of the phone number. I'll just get rid of the phone number, and then I'll get rid of this div right here. We do not need it. And then this will be L icon, and then L icon. I don't want to expose her phone number on there. Like, so I can go ahead and delete that. This will be underscore contact group. Delete that. And then do align items center. This to have a position fixed. Is it fixed or sticky? And do min width with 100% of the container. Dude, if this is taking so long, this is taking me like an hour just to create this little simple utility bar. Like, I just can't wait until I get comfortable with this typing. It is making me so slow. Oh my goodness. So this should have a weight of 500. Oh yeah, that's right. It's space between. Guess I don't want Twitter. I just take Instagram and Facebook. So let's call it Facebook. It, bring it in here, paste it, and then probably make this lowercase. You're also going to be, you're going to be 16 by 16. I'll probably change these from 14 to 16 just so that they're divisible by 4. I think that's good. 16, 16. I'll probably change the padding too to be divisible by 4. Is 110 divisible by 4? Or 8? No, it's not. No. Probably change this to 112. Gotta get the Instagram logo. Or did I already download it? Did I download it already? Did I put it in here? It's in here. Okay, so I did download it. That's empty. Drag this. Payment. Instagram. Icon. I don't understand why I can't drag that in here. It's such a bummer. Instagram-icon.svg. Fresh. There we go. Let's make these 20. So here, say ampersand underscore socials, say display of flex, say gap is we're gonna create another one around these two and call it a div dot say styles utility bar social comments. Find a gap in here. Make it the gap between these two. 5 pixels. So 0, 5 rem. Say var. Yeah. And do here this gap, so that's 16.5. We'll just round it down to 16. Say underscore or social time. Say display flex. Say need a gap variable. Okay. 0.6 rem. say gap is equal to var. Yo, trying to learn like touch typing. It's like when you have your fingers on home row like this, instead of just like, because usually I'm just like sometimes my hand, this hand will go over here, but with like this hand is over here. Yeah, and it's making me very slow. This is all I got done. This is all I got done. Like, it makes me so slow. Okay, go ahead and call it. It's been 3.5 hours. It is currently 11 p.m. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call that, guys. Hopefully tomorrow I can move a little bit faster, you know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys later. Peace.